Hey everyone, and welcome back to another explainer brought to you by Forge College. So if you're joining us right after our previous lesson on data persistence and storage proofs, you already know we really like getting into the technical weeds of Web3. But today we're talking about everyone's absolute favorite subject, getting paid. I mean, it sounds simple enough, right? You hand over the digital cash, you take the digital goods. Boom, done. But as you probably know, in the real world of e-commerce, getting paid can actually be wonderfully complex. Which brings us straight to the core question of this explainer. How do we actually handle complex merchant needs on Solana? Because sure, while those basic direct QR checkouts we've built before are absolutely great for, say, buying a quick cup of coffee, real-world merchants, they need way more advanced routing and logic just to keep their accounting and operations running smoothly. Let's break down the difference here. We've got our basic QR checkouts that we're already familiar with. Single payments, simple payloads, literally just a straight line from a buyer to a seller. But then we have the advanced merchant scenarios that we really need to tackle today. We are talking about invoices that might just sit there waiting for payment, split payments that automatically divide up the pie, and atomic sequences where multiple steps have to execute flawlessly, all at the exact same time. We are officially leveling up from simple one-off checkouts to highly structured, multi-step transaction patterns. Okay, let's dive right into this technical blueprint. We'll start with the envelope metaphor to conceptualize the protocol, then move into implementing invoice flows, followed by building split payments, creating atomic sequences, and finally, we'll wrap up with confirmations and correlation. All right, section 1, the envelope metaphor, thinking outside the basic transaction. So we are going to use this as our central analogy today, just to make all this abstract on-chain TypeScript code highly tangible and easy to visualize. Basically, think of a Solana transaction as your master envelope. It's just the container, right? And the actual instructions you write in your code, well, those are the individual documents stuffed inside that envelope. They are all signed by the sender, sealed up, and delivered totally together as one single package to the network. Moving on to section 2, implementing invoice flows. The pre-stamped envelope. Because let's be real, if there is one thing merchants absolutely love, it's getting paid, even if that payment has to come a little later in installments. So here's how this logic flows on-chain. Step 1, we create an on-chain anchor. During invoice creation, we send a memo with the required amount and an invoice ID. But, and this is key, no funds are transferred yet. We are basically just pre-stamping an empty envelope. Step 2, we simply await the customer's payment submission. And step 3, when that payment finally arrives, we verify that the received amount perfectly matches the original invoice amount. Notice how we're completely separating the creation of the invoice from the actual payment submission by using that on-chain anchor. It's super clean. Which brings us to section 3, building split payments, the ultimate bill split. Look, we all have that one friend who mysteriously forgets their wallet when it's time to pay their fair share of the dinner bill, right? Well, on-chain, we can actually enforce the math directly so that doesn't happen. Here's the exact code flow for ensuring everyone gets their exact cut simultaneously. Step 1, you draft the transaction. That's your single master envelope. Step 2, you add a native system program transfer instruction for recipient A. Step 3, you add another native transfer for recipient B. Now, these are two completely different documents addressed to entirely different recipients, but we are stuffing them into the exact same envelope. Step 4, you add a memo for backend correlation. And finally, step 5, you send and confirm. It's one single signature, but multiple guaranteed payouts. Pretty awesome, right? Section 4, creating atomic sequences, the all-or-nothing delivery. Okay, this is where things get genuinely thrilling. Think of atomic transactions kind of like a dramatic movie bomb defusal scene. You have to snip the orange wire and the dark green wire at the exact same millisecond, or things go incredibly wrong. This brings us to a massive protocol-level guarantee of atomic sequences on Solana. If even one single document inside your transaction envelope fails or is somehow invalid, the entire envelope safely combusts. Yep. Zero net changes happen to the blockchain. The network essentially guarantees that either all your instructions apply perfectly or the whole transaction rolls back safely. There is no halfway here. It is literally all or it's absolutely nothing. And this brilliantly illustrates exactly how you can test this out for yourself. We've got a blueprint grid mapping our artifacts to be exact files and commands. You can see the invoice flow, the split payment, and the atomic sequence modules mapped perfectly to their respective TypeScript files and npm run commands. You can literally run these demo scripts right in your local environment, acting as your very own validator. to see these envelopes being sealed, delivered, and confirmed in real time. It's a real game changer for understanding the flow. And finally, Section 5, Confirmations and Correlation, the return receipt. Because, it's one thing for the blockchain to know a transaction succeeded, but it's another entirely to tie that on-chain data back to those anxious Web 2 accountants waiting on the back end for their confirmation webhook. So the crucial point is this quote right here: correlation beats introspection. But what does that actually mean in practice? Well, it means using explicit correlation IDs tucked inside a memo program is far, far superior to relying on brittle heuristics. You definitely do not want your backend just guessing if a payment matches an order based on the timestamp or the amount of SOL sent. No way. You want explicit, undeniable identifiers so your backend knows exactly what got paid, every single time. So to make sure this all works as intended, here are the 3 critical validation checkpoints developers must run against their local validator or devnet. Number 1, verify your split payment allocation balances. Literally, make sure the LAMP ports actually match your math. Number 2, test the atomic sequence rollback on a deliberate failure. Try to break it and ensure the state remains completely unchanged. And number 3, validate the correlation ID in your memo payload. Double-check those transaction message instructions and ensure your ID is right there. We have successfully blueprinted some incredibly powerful advanced transaction patterns today. From invoices to atomic splits, you now have the tools to handle real-world merchant logic. Next up on our journey, we will be tackling confirmation handling and retry strategies, where we'll dive deep into idempotent operations and how to safely handle transient RPC failures. Which leaves us with this final, provocative thought. Are your transaction envelopes securely sealed and explicitly labeled for the backend? Think deeply about that as you design your smart contracts and transaction flows. Thank you so much for joining this explainer. To master these concepts, get your hands on the actual code, and explore a ton of other fascinating Web3 topics, make sure to visit forge.college. See you in the next one.